Bean the Braver, coming to you live once again. And tonight, we are back to our regularly scheduled Mario Kart Mondays. I am, as usual, exhausted, but today it's because I actually forced myself to go out and go grocery shopping because I was officially out of milk and all forms of bread. I am talking regular bread, I'm talking hamburger buns, I'm talking burrito wraps. I was out of all three, so I forced myself to go walk around the store for a bit, and now I'm tired. But I did get a box of shrimp scampini, or whatever that's called, where you just put it in a bowl and put it in the oven and cook it, and that was very nice. So I actually had a meal that wasn't, a homemade burrito made of refried beans and chicken out of a can. So I am full of shrimp and ready to start racing. Here we go. Mic on. Audio output is ready. Switch. There we go. I am too far over in the camera. Not that side. That side. There we go. Now I'm centered. I hear one of the cats kicking in the litter box. Stop it! Stop! I'm making a mess! Stop it! There we go. I got everything set up. There's chat. There's me. And we're ready to go. I also got myself a glass of almond milk. Because the store did not have any half gallons. I can't get a gallon because I can't pick that up. And they didn't have any half gallons of just regular milk, so I had to get almond milk, which isn't bad, I don't mind it. But it's a weird flavor when you're expecting regular milk. Anyways. Let's jump into a race. Let's go back to our girl Isabelle. Isabelle in the bug car, and last time we got ourselves a new set of tires. So we got the Streetle, Blue Standard, and Paper Glider, and we're ready to go. Anthony, hello, saying, oh dang, I didn't see the notification. I was wondering where you were. There we go, we got people from France, Chile, Mexico, and Canada joining us. Nice. For Ninja Hideaway. Isn't this, this is like one of the battle courses that they turned into a race course. And I gotta fix my hair. It's stuck. Oh, there we go. Ooh, Daisy Cruiser. I like that one. I like that one better than the other two. There we go. We're set, we're ready, we gotta say hi. Hello. There's my little me, my little pink thing. I still say I want to turn her into a sticker. She's cute. It is weird, firing up like old consoles, like going through your Wii or DS or 3DS and seeing the Miis that are still there. Cause you'll see Miis of like friends that you had in elementary school, and it's a weird little time capsule seeing the Miis that people made when they were at your house. Was distracted with Realm being weird, doing odd things like no mobs. One of the mods stopped working. Ooh, that's not good. Hopefully you can get that fixed. Now I've got a hair on the inside of my glasses. That's an eyelash. Where are you? You! Ah! I can't drive without my glasses. And we're ready to go. Yeah, I've kept all the Miis on my Wii. Yeah, it's like you can't delete them now. Like, even if they're of people that you don't talk to anymore, it's like you gotta keep them there. I've got like the messed up Miis that me and my brother made when we were 12 and just messing with the faces. And I remember all of their names. We've got Frandle, we've got Funky Dude, we've got Go-Go Boy, we've got Juice Man, Wild Man. Lots of man names. And even firing up something like Wii Sports, it's like, oh, Frandle has the high score in archery. I don't remember who was playing as Frandle. Yeah, making the Miis, I guarantee that, like, making the Miis was my introduction to learning character design. I clocked in so many hours between the Wii and the DS just making Miis of celebrities that I was in love with at the time, and like characters from TV shows, and translating them into the Mii faces. And then of course I had like hundreds of my own characters that I made. No women? Wow, how inclusive. Frandle and Funky Dude. A majority of them were women. Frandle is a girl, I'll have you know. We threw a dart at the board and picked him. Dornay, I forgot about Dornay. She had big blue eyes and big glasses and blonde pigtails. I made the cat. I made all the Phineas and Ferb characters, and like translated them into Miis. I made Robert Downey Jr. I made the Marx Brothers. 7th, nice. What was it about? I made the Mythbusters. That was fun. I would play as Jamie because my brother really wanted to play as Adam and he wouldn't let me choose Adam. He wanted to be Adam, so I had to play as Jamie. Well, we just did Daisy Cruiser. Let's keep with the theme and do Daisy Circuit. I don't remember a darn thing that just happened for the entirety of that race. Let's go! There we go. Somebody did point out, so even though you can still make Miis on the Switch, it's very lifeless. Like, there's no plaza where you can plop them in and watch them walk around, and there's no background music. Like the Mii music that we know and love, it's just, there's nothing. And people pointed out that with the Switch in general, there's no background music anywhere, which is why it feels like when it first came out, it felt really weird compared to the DS, because with like the DS, 3DS, and the Wii and all those, there was background music when you were just on the main page waiting to select a game. You just had the little dun 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 dun. You know, the stuff that you would like, if you left the Wii on, you would like fall asleep to it on the couch when you were playing them late at night. Like, there was no chime music for the background of anything on the Switch. So, I don't know, for the Switch too, did they add background music for the main channels, or is it still just silence? You got the clicks on the Switch. Yeah, you have sound effects for the click, 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 and the boops, but there's no jazz music. I've never raced this course before. Where are we? What is happening? Oh, is this... I see Olympic Torch. Is this like... Canada? Did it say Vancouver or something? Vancouver's in Canada, right? Welcome to Canada. Yeah. Oh, that's the bridge. Is that the bridge? So like I said, I lived in Pennsylvania for a while, and from PA you could hop up to Canada, and we crossed the bridge a few times. I don't know if that's the bridge that we crossed. I don't know if this is the right city. Which one did we go to? Because we went to, our class went to an animation festival that was happening just right across the border. So our class was like, that's only an hour away, let's go. Not Quebec. Well, now I'm trying to think of it. Ontario. Ontario. Get out of my way! Blue shell. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. There we go. Nice. There. But yeah, I know they probably don't have it, but I hope that for the Switch 2 they brought back the background music for the main screen. Or I don't know, does that take like too much space or power or whatever? Swamp Ruins, I'm really good at that one. But yeah, for making the Miis on the Switch, there's no like Mii channel. You can just make them and they're there to play, but it's not the spectacle that one was. Oh, you don't want some whiskey? No, I just drank milk. I forgot about that. I did take a last place shot yesterday after Crater Carnage. Because we checked the stats afterwards, and, you know, of 32 players, I came in 32nd. So I did give myself a last place shot yesterday. The thing is, they gave us, like, the spreadsheets of, like, all the players' points and statistics and stuff. And for a majority of the events, I did average. Like, Ash was only like 50 or 60 ahead of me in a lot of them for like the battle games and stuff. And I realized the thing that put me the furthest behind was parkour. Because, what did they say? There was like 30 levels that you could complete and then 10 points per level, and I just got so stuck. Good lord. But there was like 30 levels, 10 points per level, so you could earn a maximum of 300 points. And a lot of people were in the 200s. It was more than 300, because there were people in like with like 330 and stuff. But I saw on like the rest of the chart, people had like an average of 200 to 300 points for Parkour Warrior. And I had a whopping 30 because I only made it through 3 levels. I skipped the first one, did the second, the third, and the fourth, and then the event stopped in the middle of the fifth. So in an event where people were regularly getting 200, I got 30, and I'm like, that's what sank me so low. I do feel a little bad, because I'm like, if I had done better in that one, then that would have put us further ahead overall. Because we had Sychronix on our team, and he came in he was the first player overall. So on our team, we had the player who was in number 1, and the player who was in number 32nd, and then between the two of us, our team was in 7th. But yeah, for the rest of the events, for the rest of like the PvP games, I did average. Like, I wasn't super far behind in those, but I was super duper far behind in parkour. And that's telling me, just like with, you know, feeling muscle aches when you're working out, that's telling me that that's what I need to practice. The parkour will come with You know, just doing more events like that, and when you've got a team, it's pretty easy to just follow the lead of the more experienced player and let them help you. But for parkour, you are on your own, and you can't rely on your team for anything. Right, boys. So, I think that in the future, definitely in between Credit Carnages, I don't know when the next one's gonna be. I don't know if it's monthly or every 3 months. I'm gonna have to check how often it is. But we are gonna have to hop back onto MCC Island and do the parkour dojo to practice that. Because like I said, of all the other events for the PvPs, I was average. We were able to balance each other out, and I wasn't that far behind Ash. Of course, Sacronix and Broa were far ahead of us, but Ash and I were on a pretty similar level. But parkour is something that I would like to work on. I'd at least like to get 100, so that I don't sink my personal points that low for the next one. Ooh, Cloud Top Cruise. Like I said, I'm not beating myself up about it. It was first time doing it. I'd only just learned how to sprint properly like the night before. So, for what I was able to accomplish, I'm still proud of myself. But now I know for the scale of the event that it would be wise to practice more and get more comfortable at it. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. You can always have a vid or stream of just you completing a parkour map. Where can I want to know where I can find like the big parkour maps that like the people in the YouTube videos play. Because I know, of course, you've got the MCC Island, but where do you find more? Or do you find the big ones that go on forever and ever? We're not doing too hot. Speaking of parkour, this is basically parkour on wheels when you think about it. Okay. Thank you, Lakitu. Oh, I was mid-speed, so it didn't hit me. Cool. Oh. But Ladani? Any relation to Miramamdani? There we go, I gotta tilt my head. That's what I gotta do. I gotta get the tilt controls back on my neck. Oh, he just gave me a second one. Ah, dang it! There's a site just called Minecraft Maps. Ooh! I will have to look into that. Atch! Oh, third. There we go! That's better. I will give myself a sip of almond milk. Almond milk is nice. You don't have to worry about it getting cold like regular milk. Or, sorry, you don't have to worry about it getting warm like regular milk. So, back on our campus, they had like little juice boxes of almond milk, and those were nice that you could just put that in your pocket, not worry about it tasting weird afterwards, after you walk to class. One of those and a veggie wrap. I do miss our school cafeteria veggie wrap. Almond oil juice. What would it be called? It's not a juice box, but a milk box. Look box. I like the vanilla flavor. I wonder how it would be doing Minecraft parkour with these controllers. I'd probably be better at it because I'm more used to parkour video games with these controllers. I'm gonna have to go back in the chat and see if they actually did it, but one of the other players sent a question to the moderators for Creator Carnage, and they were like, is it okay if I play with Nintendo Switch controllers? And they were like, there's no rules against it, but why? Why would you do that? And they're like, yeah, so I'm gonna have to check back in and see if they actually did. Dang it. There we go. This is what it looked like on the drive to Canada. Swoosh. Big orange blink signs and all. This would be a cool map. A cool racetrack would be basically a highway during rush hour, but then you've got the carts going over top of the cars and like driving on the car roofs. You gotta go through like construction vehicles and stuff. I don't know, use your imagination. You'll get what I'm talking about. Get out of my way. Oh, I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. Gotta get a star. Wide. Ooh, we just missed the bomb. Get out of my way. There we go. Do you see what happens when I actually put in the effort to focus? I kick ass is what happens. There we go. There we go. Hold the banana behind you to... what's the word? Redact? The red shells. Get out of my way. He's got a shell, so keep past him. There we go. 4th place. That's better. We're warming up. We're warming up. I gotta crack my thumbs. I don't know if you were able to hear that one. That was a good one. Coconut Mall. We all gotta do Coconut Mall. Boop. Or the water park. That one's also nice. Whew. Like I said, I am exhausted from grocery shopping today, so I don't think we'll be going too late tonight, but we'll go for like an hour. We'll go for like an hour. Question, do you deal with all ADHDs, or do you use medicine sometimes? I have no medicine for it as of yet. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'll take care of that later as I deal with more of the pressing physical matters first. Also, it was definitely a lot worse. It definitely felt a lot worse during college when there's like academic stuff to do, but now that I am adult and able to just live my life, I find I can manage pretty well on my own schedule. You know, the house isn't a mess. I'm enough of a germaphobe that things still get cleaned and things still get done. I'm just on a wildly different schedule than anyone else. So yeah, now that I don't have to like keep up with classes or just other people in general, it's a lot less difficult to deal with, because now I'm in control of my own schedule, and I'm like, I can do things as I wish. Yeah. But yeah, during school it was definitely a bigger struggle. Because you were doing like socially, and then you got to take care of stuff in the dorm room, and you had to take care of a million things at once, and it was very distressing and very tear-inducing, just not being able to pay attention to what your supervisors were saying, or what your friends were saying for that matter. Like, I had entire lunches where I'm like, I can't hear a word that any of you people are saying, and I'm very sure that it's important. But yeah, now that I am adult and I'm in control of my own schedule, it's like I can take the time that I need to finish tasks, and I can deal with one thing at a time as I see fit. Doing like the disability paperwork and unemployment stuff is a little bit difficult because the reading, there's a lot of papers to read, and I'm like, I am 100% sure that I am missing something important, but it's also kind of curbing the anxiety that, like, in real life outside of school, people don't punish you for mistakes, they correct you. So, like, I know that if I make an error on my disability paperwork, somebody else will catch it and tell me and say, hey, I don't think you were born in 2020. Do you want to fix that before I send it in? And I'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, to anyone out there with ADHD, it gets easier once you're out of school. School is not ADHD friendly in the slightest. Once you're able to make your own schedule, it's a lot easier to manage. Not saying don't get medicated. I'm saying it's a lot less tear-inducing when you're an adult and you're able to pace yourself as you want. But then again, today it's not as obvious now. Like I said, because I'm out of school and I don't have to like constantly stress out about doing 50 tasks at once and listening to new information and taking in new information and taking in new information and doing this task and taking care of myself and going to work and keeping track of timing and all that. But even today, like I said, I wanted to go grocery shopping. And, you know me, I wake up late. And I woke up around 11, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't have any food for breakfast. So I'm going to go to the gas station, get, you know, one of the little cups of breakfast yogurt, because they got the little grab-and-go stand. I'm gonna go get a little breakfast at the gas station, and then I'll go grocery shopping from there. And then I'll come home, and I'll have plenty of time to put stuff away, rest, and then fire up Mario Kart Monday. I laid in bed for 3 hours, and wrote more of Chapter 12 for Tales of the Estus Hermit, and then it was like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, the sun's gonna set, I should probably get in the car now. And then it was still like a half hour of getting ready and remembering all the stuff I needed to get ready to go to the store, and then at the store doing laps to remember the things that I needed to get, and then coming home and putting them away and being like, oh, it's 7 o'clock. So time management is still difficult, but since there's nobody waiting on me, there's no pressure in like getting the time management wrong. It's like, okay, it's just on me now that now I'm starting stream later at night than I wanted to. So it's still obvious, but it's not as detrimental to my life. It's just, oops, I missed an hour because I wanted to sit down and draw for a bit. Lists are very helpful. Oof, ouch. I do have lists for important things, and like when, especially with like video scheduling and stuff, when I have a lot of things to juggle at once, I make the lists of like, okay, I need to record this video, edit this video, finish recording this video, and then stream this and this and this. Which, going back to your question, any updates on the disability, I think because I've been so stressed out about that paperwork and the in real life stuff I need to deal with, that's why I haven't been making videos as much, and I've been focusing on streaming, because this is just a lot easier to remember to do instead of recording a video and then editing a video while I'm dealing with like other stuff. So hopefully... Oh, fourth place! Nice. So hopefully the paperwork will lessen in the coming weeks, and I'll actually be able to have the mental energy to sit down and get back to recording and editing. I don't like donut planes. Basic, random. I don't like any of those, and we already did the cruiser. But yeah, when I've got like a pile-up of things, it's like, okay, time to make a list to organize this stuff. Or if I need to send like email to this person, call this person, and then call this person, and then edit, and then record, and then stream. And then do the dishes, and then take out the cat litter. I forgot to eat dinner last night due to Minecraft. That's the, that is downside of ADHD, is just forgetting to eat, which is why I like my quick meals. I'm not big on cooking. I'm sorry, Mother, if you're watching. Because that's the thing, my mom is an amazing cook, and she tries. She tried so hard to teach me how, and it just never stuck. The stove still frightens me. I'm good at baking. I can put stuff in a bowl, because you can move a lot slower with that, and there's no fire involved. But also for just cooking my own meals, I feel like I have a delayed timer in my brain for hunger, because I can go like an entire day without feeling hungry, and then I immediately feel nauseous because of how starving I am. Like the entire day I'm fine, and then within the span of 5 seconds, it's like, if I don't eat something now, I'm going to throw up. Which is really weird that, like, the response to hunger is nausea, because that's kind of counterintuitive, but... okay. Whoever designed that feature for the body, that part needed a review. But, yeah, like, I can feel fine for, like, an entire day, and then when I get hungry, it's, like, instant, I feel sick. So I need food that I can prepare quickly. And also, I don't really have, you know, the strength to stand at stove, or the patience to wait for oven to preheat. So that's why, as much as I don't like them, I have, like, microwave soup. Microwave soup is a big one. It's also a good emergency food for when you're out of everything else. But, like, soup, beans, just a Heinz baked beans, oven pizzas. Obviously, I try to get stuff that's as healthy as possible. I'm a big fan of sandwiches and just like deli meats, turkey and cheese. And then just a lot of fruit. There's a lot of times where I'll just eat fruit for breakfast. So my ability to like time when I'm gonna be hungry with when I should start cooking food to when I'm going to eat the food is messed up in my brain. And I'm like, I'm hungry now, I'm in the middle of a task, I want to eat quickly and then go back to my task. Ooh, 7 out of 8. But yeah, baking I love. I want to try making like an actual cake, because I made cookies. I've made batches of cookies before. Let's try Twisted Mansion. Yeah, I don't get that either. There are sometimes when I don't eat and then I don't want to eat because I feel sick. Yeah, like who designed that? Who designed that? I did see somebody online said that when you get that feeling of like you're so hungry you're nauseous, to bypass the nausea, get like juice or something sugary to make your glucose jump, and then that'll take the nausea away and that'll bring it back to just regular hungry. So I think from what people on the internet have said, sugar's the antidote to that one. So like juice or a piece of chocolate or something. DK Mountain, let's go. I do know I just have to put something in, it'll pass over. Yeah. Which, now that I'm saying that out loud, I have found that like a lot of times in the morning, the first thing I eat is just like a piece of chocolate or a piece of candy to like just wake me up. So maybe that's just what I've been doing without, you know, knowing the reason why. Also, reward for getting out of bed. That's why I like having the big candy bars out, because then I just like break a piece off in the morning. The one that I showed off on stream the other day, I say the other day, it was probably like 2 weeks ago. I'm still working on it. There's still like, I can't hold my fingers up. There's still like that much left. And fourth. Nice. We survived. It's a Splatoon. It's a Splatoon. Well. Hey. Thank you, Lakitu. Thank you. I was about to say I want to give him a tip for that, but he took money anyways. But yeah, I want to try baking my mom's 7-layer bars, because I saw a pack of them in the store, and I was like, ooh, I really like those. Wait, no, I like my mom's, and if I get these from like somewhere else, I'm gonna hate them. So I want to try making those. Because those are also a good breakfast snack. Can I tap anyone in? I'm sorry, I want to play Overwatch. That's okay, go play Overwatch. I'll keep yapping. There we go. Summon the Luffy tick. They'll come when they're ready. I know it's late for a lot of the world right now. Who's awake? People in California, chime off. That is the thing I gotta remember with my streams and stuff, is that the streams do better when I stream earlier, and I gotta remember that's because more of the world is awake when I stream earlier. When I stream later, it's like, oh, only the Pacific side of the world is awake now, so we've got like California, Hawaii, and maybe a sliver of Japan. So, hello to you guys! And all the islands in the middle. Who else is out there? Australia? I don't know world geography very well, I'm gonna be honest. For the longest time, I thought the North Korea and South Korea were like on the bottom of Asia. And I thought Japan was like further out next to it. But no, it's like they're up. The Koreas are up. And I think Japan's down. We didn't cover it too much in school. I know the capitals of all 50 states. But Lord if I know where the Philippines are. They're in the water. I want a world map to hang up. Once I get a bigger place with like more wall space, I want a world map to hang up. If I could have like a map room. I'm in envy of anybody who has like a dedicated office space in their house. And this is coming from me spending like the past like 15 years having my bedroom be where my computer's been set up. And especially through like dorm life and apartment life. A lot of times, like I've only gotten a PC in like the past 2 years. But a lot of times in the dorm room, the desk that they gave you became where I would do my artwork, and then the laptop got set up on the bed. So to have computer, this is the first time in like ages that my computer is in a separate room from my bedroom. Look at us go, we're kicking butt! Now we just gotta keep it up. I realized for that stretch, it's easier to just go straight than trying to do all the tiny curves. But yeah, someday I would like to have computer, because right now the computer, me and my roommate's computers, are set up just in like the living room of the apartment. And someday I would like to have a complete like actual office to have my stream set up in. So it's like there's a door to shut and everything, and I can have like an actual backdrop behind me that I can decorate. Someday the curtain will be retired. And we'll find another use for it. But someday I'd like to have an office space to set up. What first? Look at that! Heck yeah! Yeah, as I was saying, someday I'd like to have an office space so that I can actually decorate the space behind me. Because I still have a giant, like, stuffed animal collection. And I want to do what I did back in the last apartment, where occasionally I would have the stuffed animals set up on the desk behind me so you could see them. And I would swap them out for the games. So, like, I'd put the... I mean, I have the Minecraft squid and the creeper, like, over there. Right now, he's blocking the way of Felix jumping on the shelves. So he's being a guardian on the top of a bookshelf to keep Felix from getting up higher. But I'd love to do that again. I'd love to have like a couch behind me to display all of the plushies, because I really liked that in the last place where I had the bunk bed and just a ball pit of stuffed animals on the bottom, which is what I was aiming for. That was really nice to lay down in after a long day of work and just go into the ball pit of plushies and squishmallows. So I want to do that again, but if I could get like a couch behind me to display all of the plushies and then have like shelves and stuff, because I've got a lot of cool stuff on my behind my computers that you can't see behind the camera. And if I could have that behind me so that you could see it, that'd be nice. I've got a bunch of like I said a bunch. I've got 2 of like the neon lights of like a speech bubble and a game controller, which I think would be cute to set up on a wall behind me. And then action figures. If I get like fan art and stuff, I want to have like a spot to display fan art behind me. That'd be funny if I could get a mini fridge and then like actually hang up like a piece of fan art on the mini fridge. Yep, there we go. I lost all my bouncing momentum. Yeah, that's the dream. That's the dream. I am starting to get ideas for the next place. Because right now, if I can get my finances figured out in terms of, like, at the very least getting a job that can cover my rent, that would be huge. Well, that was just bullshit. Yeah, if I can get either a job to cover that can cover my rent, or if the disability benefits kick in first, then hopefully, within a few months, I'll have enough for my own place. Because my roommate is planning on moving in with her girlfriend, because her girlfriend has a good enough job that she can actually afford a house. Which is huge. So big congratulations to them, but they're planning on heading out together, which means I'm gonna start looking for a studio. I know studio apartments are small, and the big thing is that there really isn't a separate bedroom. You just kind of have bed and then a space for activities. Very tiny kitchen and then bathroom. But I'm a tiny person, and I think I could fit in a studio very nicely. And I've been looking at studios in the area, and they're really cute. They're really cute looking. So now I'm getting excited to have a studio apartment of my very own, and it would be like the first time ever being on my own in a place, just by myself with me and Felix. And I'm getting excited about it. So hopefully, if the money works out, I'll be able to get one of those, and then we'll have a whole new backdrop behind us. We'll have a whole new setup for streaming. Subscribe so I can afford a studio. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope everything works out with, like, finances and paperwork. Oh, look at that guy. He's got green eyes. A lot of people hit random on this one. They didn't like any of them. What are we doing? Waluigi Stadium! Oh boy. You see what I mean? The people from Japan are awake. Here we go. Okay, I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. Can't afford a studio if you don't lock in. And of course, I've been listening to In the Heights. So every time I say that, I'm like, I'll get in my studio, get out of the body, oh, for real though. Imagine what it'd be like going resto down the highway of life with no regrets. Like breaking your neck for respect or a paycheck. For real though. Imagine how it feels going real slow. I've been listening to In the Heights and Rent. If you haven't listened to either of them, I highly recommend it. Because the lyrics of both of them are both very, very relevant to the stuff that's happening now. Whoosh! Oh, I just hit him out of the air. Nice. Okay, we're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. 6th. Let's see if I skid around it, I'll go faster. If you hug the corners, you actually cover more ground than if you did the blue jumps. Swoosh! Swoosh! There we go. There we go. Jade, come back here. Come back here, Jade. I'm gonna fight you. I'm catching up. I'm not gonna make that turn, so we're gonna go up. This is the last bit. Ah, he passed underneath me! He passed underneath me when I was mid-jump! How dare you! How dare you! There we go. I don't want snow. I like Maple Tree Away, but that one keeps kicking my butt. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Ugh. My backside. I need a new office chair. Oh, top of everything else, I need a new office chair. This is the same chair that I had for like the entirety of college. I've just realized. Like, this thing has moved with me from dorm to dorm, and then to the apartments, and then out here. So it might be time to retire it. Also remember to plug stuff. Yeah! I already lost my own hoodie. Because the thing is, it's black. And I put it in the pile of other clothes, and a lot of my other stuff is black. So I've already lost my Being the Brave hoodie. It is nice though, because a lot of my stuff is pink, and it's nice to have something that the black cat hair isn't visible on. Fish. Get the straightaway. I'm gonna try to do this on the right side of the road. Put your turn signal on, pass the truck. Dotted lines mean that you can pass. This is actually a lot easier when you stay on the right side of the road. There we go. How dare you pass me? Oh, you just ran into the back of the car. You didn't put your turn signal on. You gotta signal it. Also, side note, speaking of Felix and cat hair and stuff, I don't know if something happened today, but like, when I came in from grocery shopping, I saw there were 2 dogs outside. The people were just like walking their dogs, and I took them to the bathroom and stuff. And both of those dogs looked scared as hell. Like, they had the eyes wide, they were looking around, the tinier one was shaking, but I'm like, yeah, they shake like that. And the owners were kind of talking to them like, it's okay, it's okay. And these were like on opposite sides of the building, so they weren't scared of each other. But I came across two dogs that were obviously spooked, being comforted by their owners. And I got inside, and there was a lady in the elevator with a dog, and that dog was spooked. It had like its tail between its legs and big eyes and everything. And he gave me a little sniff, and I had to like put my hand out and be like, it's okay, buddy, it's okay. And then I got inside, and both Felix and Laddie had their tails puffed. Laddie was hiding under the desk, and Felix was like running up to me with his tail puffed and like putting his paws up on me. So something happened. So it was within the course of 5 minutes, every animal I saw was very obviously spooked. Oh, we all chose Waluigi Stadium. So I'm thinking either, I mean, I didn't get any like news alerts or anything, so either there was a very itty bitty earthquake. I don't know if we're in a spot to get earthquakes out here. Or a really loud plane flew overhead. Or there is construction going on, so maybe something loud happened at the construction site. But something happened that spooked every animal in the building. And I got in just in time to miss it. But they're okay. Rowdy came out from hiding. Felix immediately got distracted by paper bags and was like, "Ooh, for me?" And he started jumping in them while there were still groceries inside. It's like, yeah, I don't know what happened, but hopefully it was just a noise and not like something exploding. Hopefully it was just somebody dropping a plank of wood. And very loudly at the construction site, or like a truck backfiring or something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't think Colorado's in the way for any like earthquakes. I don't think we're on a fault line. We're not like that far west to get those tremors. There's a shortcut. Oh, I never realized the babies are there! The baby Luigi and Daisy. I gotta finish Luigi's Mansion. The third one. What's it called? Dark Souls. Luigi's Mansion Dark Souls. Oh, I don't like the noise that Inkling is making. They're making squelching noises. I gotta remember to lean back. Or else I disappear out of camera if I do that. Oops. Well, this is just going splendidly. I really like the outfit that guy has on. Maybe next time I'll try playing as my Mii to see if I can get like the different costumes and stuff. There's candy. Ah, that's the end. 6th place. A solid mid. Right in the middle. Ooh. I just checked my phone. We've got D&D scheduled for next Monday. No, next Monday I'm meeting with the counselor person. That was the thing for the disability paperwork. So the disability benefits are, that's the part where like you go into Social Security and then you get like a Social Security income, a monthly income from that. But that's gonna take like, according to them, 7 to 23 months. So in the meantime, even though it's really, really difficult for me to physically move and work, I need to go find work that'll cover my bills in the meantime while that comes through. It's like the whole thing I'm applying for the benefits is because like, hey, I hurt too badly to move to work a full-time job. And they're like, okay, we'll think about it and we'll get back to you in a year. So in the meantime, we're back at the mountain. So in the meantime, I need to get a job and hurt myself to make the money to make ends meet. But there are programs to help you find work if you're disabled. And I finally got into one of those, and I'm gonna have a sit-down one-on-one meeting with a person, which is what I've been needing, is to just talk to somebody. Next Monday. That was a very long tangent, but now I'm upset that I won't be able to go to D&D next Monday because I'm meeting with the counselor. Ouch. Ah! But hopefully they'll be able to help. Like, if I could get, like, a front desk position at a hotel, I'd be happy. And, like, just check people in. So I'm not a fan of doing paperwork. But at this point, it'll be a lot easier to do. One of the biggest issues that I'm facing is that during college and afterwards, I worked cleaning jobs because I was able to do those back then. And so I was a dishwasher, I was a custodian, so now my entire resume is full of previous experience, custodial work. So now, according to my resume, the only thing I'm qualified to do is more custodial work. And I physically can't do that anymore. So it's like, okay, I'm pretty much starting with a blank resume that only has my school history on it. Of like, I have a bachelor's degree in art. If that'll help. But like, all previous work experience is useless because I can't do that stuff anymore. So hopefully I'll get that cleared up with the counselor. Be like, hey, can you help me tailor this so that so that it actually showcases my strengths of talking to people, even though I don't have like work experience talking to people. I do this all the time. Can I put this on a resume? I don't know if people will want me if I say, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I don't know if that'll help my prospects. But yeah, hopefully sitting down with Miss Counselor will get some stuff figured out. Ouch. And hopefully whatever job I find will still leave me with enough time to sit down and do this with you guys at the very least every Monday. Second place, there we go. Social media manager. The thing is, there's a Venn diagram of stuff I'd be good at and stuff that I want to do, and the biggest problem is that the Venn diagram in the middle is very limited. Is there stuff I'd be good at? Do I want to do that? Social media manager doesn't sound exciting. I can market my own stuff. I think I hate corporations too much to do that. If I could get something like environmentally, like to do like environmentalist work, that'd be nice. Because it's like, okay, outside of artwork and outside of like my personal creative projects, what am I interested in? Well, literally I can write it down as a hobby that I really enjoy picking up trash. So maybe there's something there that I can work with. Because I mean, if you just go for a drive yourself and look out the window on the highway, there is garbage everywhere. There is litter everywhere. And if I could get some sort of, because I can't do an actual cleanup job, like going out cleaning up, because that would be like 9 to 5 physical labor. But if I could do something helping with that, maybe that'd be something to work with. Or like, even like a spokesperson for like solar panels. Just give me the clipboard to be at the table during conventions to explain how solar panels work. Because that's something that I could get behind. emotionally. Aries, hello, hello! We are currently in 2nd place. And we're trying to think of what jobs, IRL, I'd be good at. Because that's going to be something coming up soon, is that I'm going to be sitting down with a disability services counselor to help me get a job that I can physically do. But we're trying to find the overlap of job that I can do, plus job that would be interesting, plus job that would actually pay enough to cover rent. So we're going for a very narrow bullseye. But if I could do something like environmentally, and like I said, help with, if there's an organization that specializes in picking up trash, that I could sit at the desk for them and like keep track of volunteers. And greet them at the door. That'd be nice. But the question is, does that job exist? The ideal job, for me, I think would be something where I pick up trash, but I get paid by the bag instead of the hour. Because that's the thing, is hourly positions. I can't work enough hours to generate enough money if I work an hourly position. But if I could pick up trash and get paid by the bag, like 20 bucks a bag, I could pick up 5 bags in an hour and then go home. But the question is, does that job exist? Probably not, because a lot of trash pickup is volunteer work. That's another thing. The stuff that I'm interested in doing falls under the umbrella of volunteer work. And like, I tried to apply to the Humane Society. You can't work there unless you volunteered there for 2 years. For like, I'm interested in like helping homeless people get back on their feet, because Lord knows there's a lot of them just up and down the streets in town. And it's like, okay, if I could help put together services for like showers, clean clothes, fresh food, that'd be nice. A lot of that falls under social work, which you need 4 years of a degree for, or volunteer work. So who knows? Like I said, I'll be sitting down with a services counselor, so fingers crossed she actually has answers and she can actually get me into something that I'm interested in. And who knows, if the stars align, and if she's able to line me up with a job that I'm into and pays enough, I might not have to go through with the disability benefits after all. And I can just cancel that. There we go. I just want enough to have a roof over my head. And to have the time to keep doing this. The American dream. Stability. Ari says that's been my question for the last 2 years. Yeah, to find something that you're interested in, but pays just enough. Just enough. We're asking for the bare minimum. We're asking for quarters. And they say, why aren't you happy with your pennies? Why is there a wiggler? I'm very interested in that billboard we just passed. The ones that said The Shy Guy. That's like a movie. Yeah, like I said, hopefully the counselor will be able to point me in the right direction, because so far just on my own, that's cool. So far just on my own, it's been coming up just blanks. Nothing but blanks. Are you hiring? Nope. Are you hiring? Yes, but not you. Are you hiring? Nope. Are you hiring? Yes, but not you. I'm still mad I didn't get that free sample position to, like, because literally that would have been so much fun for me to just talk to people all day. and give me a script to sell a product. And then I could just dress up and be cute and hand pieces of turkey to people. That would have been awesome! Heading to school now, fully goth. You'll see that soon. Oh, that's right, you did say that for like Spirit Week. That's gonna be cool. Spirit Week is fun. I hope you enjoy it. And hopefully your school has fun with it. Our school, we had like 5 kids dress up and everyone else was like, eh. So hopefully your school knows how to have fun with it. But that'll be exciting. Ouch. I just drove right into that. Oh my god, it's Rocket League! I also had that thought the other day of like, I want to play Rocket League just once, just to see if it's fun. Because if we're somewhat good at this, we might be somewhat good at that. I say as I come in 9th out of 10. But that'd be fun. I'm adding it to the list. That would probably be like a one-off game. Like Fortnite. So we're getting our list together. It's all the cities. We're getting all the cities. New York's not bad. What was I about to say? Yeah, train of thought just completely derailed. Anyways, I'm gonna take a wild stab and say we're gonna do New York. New York City. Center of the universe. Nope, we're going to Tokyo. Ninja Hideaway. I forgot that I'm still getting an audio delay when I play this. That's it. We're talking about the getting our list of games prepared for like the rest of the year. So I'm thinking for the rest of this week. Oh, that was scary. I got a yawn. There we go. For the rest of the week, we're going to see how far we can get in Cobblemon. And then for the beginning of March, we will start with Hollow Knight. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, from March, we will be playing Hollow Knight. And we are going to see how far we can get in that, because I've heard it's on a difficulty level similar to Ori and the Blind Forest. And I've played Ori and the Blind Forest before, and I didn't get very far. Well, unfortunately, Ori was also one of those games where I had a lot of time in between play sessions, because I was playing it during college. And I would, like, play it one week, and then put it down, and then pick it up for another level the next week. And in between play sessions, it was long enough for me to just forget how to use the controls, because there's a lot of controls in Ori. There's like power-ups and then power-ups, and then every level you get a new ability, and it's a different button combo to activate that ability, and I just forgot all of them. So as the levels increased, my skill decreased as I forgot how to use the controls of the previous levels. But maybe we'll revisit Ori one of these days as well. Oh, I'm underneath the platform. That's cool. Let's see if we can get up here, and we landed. Oh. I wanna bite the wiggler. I have no control over what I'm doing whatsoever. Ah, there we go. Eighth! Eighth! But we had one first this session. Actually, 8 out of 12. Not last. Not last. I want to lock in on the next one and actually do good. But we haven't gotten a course yet that I'm good at. Except for the one. So let's see if we get... I was just about to say, let's see if we can get a Rainbow Road. Oh. Oh, I hope we get this one. I'd like to actually do good on one of these. Oh. Okay, so we got 2 people in the middle who hate fun. But if it's not either of them, it's gonna be Rainbow or TikTok. TikTok it is! By the way, I'm probably due to upload a short on TikTok. I do have a TikTok, but it's pretty much just to upload shorts for advertising purposes. Just to reach a wider audience and bring them in here. Nothing original is going up there. It's just shorts that I then need to remember to upload over here. I don't even watch stuff on TikTok. It frightens me. I open it up and like the first thing I saw video-wise was somebody saying clogging the school toilets until somebody notices. And it was a kid just shoving paper towels in the school toilets, and it's like, maybe I grew up as too much of a good kid to find stuff like that funny, but that's just, not to sound like a boomer, but that is vandalism, and that's just straight up disrespectful, and that's not, as a content creator, that's not even good content. That's just recording yourself vandalizing property and ticking a lot of people off who then need to work to fix the stuff that you just purposefully broke. Like, all I can think of is the custodians who have to undo that mess, and the money the underfunded school system is gonna have to spend to fix that because somebody wanted to make a video. And like, if you want to do something like that, don't make evidence. Don't record evidence. Like, it's on your channel. Like, their minors are in school, so they're not gonna get arrested, but obviously, but it's like, hey, there's now evidence that you're the one that did that. So, the TikTok space frightens me, but I have an account just to spread the YouTube shorts and try to bring in people from a different audience. That's my complaint about this generation. Oh, they both stopped. There we go. I'm in first! I didn't even notice. I was so busy complaining about children and TikTok that I didn't even notice that I came in first. Let's go! Spoon. Nice spoon. Nice. Let's see if we can keep this streak going. I know I said I was going to go for like an hour, and we're going on an hour and a half, but... I mean, why not? Let's try Big Blue. My back is starting to hurt. I'm just full of complaints today. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm tired. Felix can't talk back to me. If I complain to him, he'll just bite me. He was being super cute this morning. There we go, there's something good to talk about. While I was sitting down writing next chapter, Tales of the SS Hermit, I was just sitting in bed, and I heard Felix from the living room do his "ow ow," or he just leans his head back and shrieks. And I called him back, and I went "ow ow" back to him, because that's what I do. If he makes a noise, I make a noise. And he just came into my room, hopped up on my bed, and just curled up right next to me. And he stayed there while I wrote my fanfiction, and it was very nice. It was very cozy. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's a turn over here that keeps getting me. This one. Sharp turn this way. Maybe my car is fueled by complaints. How dare you! Let's try it, let's try it. Okay. I'm cold, my throat hurts, groceries are expensive. There we go, we're going faster. We passed them. The complaints are working. The complaints are working. I'm gonna complain about the fact that I'm in 4th, and now I'm in 3rd! Yes! Drop that. I'm gonna complain about the economy. I'm gonna complain about applying to 50 jobs and not hearing back from any of them. And the ones that I did hear back from said we've already filled the position, even though the position is still open on LinkedIn. And look at us, we're in 2nd. We're in 3rd, how dare you! Get out of my way. I love this. Gas money's expensive, so I gotta save money on fuel by making a car that's powered by bad vibes. And nothing but bad vibes. Here we go. Ouch! I'm gonna complain about my head hurting because you just hit me with a red shell. I'm gonna complain about everything else that's happening in the world, making a blanket statement. Now it's going down again. It's okay, we're only on lap 2. We're only on lap 2. There we go. Beep beep. Sharp turn. We got this. We got this. I'm gonna complain about my car. One of the lights is lit up on the dashboard, and I know that I'm not gonna have the money to go to a garage to fix it, so I just gotta wait for it to explode. I'm gonna complain about the fact that my wheelchair costs the same amount as my used car. I threw that too early and now I'm in 6th. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, complaints, give me speed. Give me speed. It's not working anymore. I think I used them up. I used up all my energy. No! No, I'm gonna complain about the fact that I'm in 7th. 6th! We came in 6th. Not bad. That should be middle of the road. Yep, out of 12. Good God, can you imagine how fast a car powered by complaints would go? But it would be an obsolete technology because things will get better. It would become useless in a very short amount of time. Oh my gosh, look at that dude with the eyes. I love it. He looks like an owl. Alright, this time we're gonna see if the car goes faster if we talk about good things. A compliment-powered car. I don't want to do the beach. Yeah, they picked a mine! Alright. Let's see how fast we go when we talk about good things now. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. We don't want to waste them. I'm gonna talk about the fact that we chose my course. This is the course I selected, and the little selector thing chose it. I'm going to compliment all of you guys in chat. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And if you're watching this as a VOD later, thank you for listening in. You're probably listening to this while you're doing chores. I'm very happy that I can be the voice in your ear while you're doing chores or homework or any other task that needs done. And you're doing a good job completing that task, whatever it is. You are absolutely crushing it, and I'm in second. It's working. I'm going to talk about how it was surprisingly warm today. A lot of the country's been covered by snow, but the snow's gonna melt soon. March is just around the corner, and the snow's gonna be replaced by rain, which might not be better, but it's at least not gonna be icy. There we go. I'm going to talk about a really big dog that I saw today. I was in my car on the way to the store, and in front of me was one of those pickup trucks with like the windows that fold down in the back, and in the back window there was a giant all-white Saint Bernard. He didn't have the brown markings, he was just all white. He had a very droopy face and a big piece of drool hanging out of his mouth, and he looked like an absolute sweetheart. And it made me very happy. At the store, I'm gonna talk about how I found a pack of Pokemon cards. They have a Pokemon card vending machine that is always out because the scalpers get it before everybody else, which is a complaint, and oh no, I gotta talk about good things. But at the checkout line, along with like, you know, the little toys and Pez dispensers and gum and stuff, there were just packs of Pokemon cards you could buy there. So I got a pack of 15, and I'll be opening those up on stream tomorrow. And look at that, we came in third. The compliments made the car go faster than the complaints. What research? What good research we're doing. But yeah, I'm really excited. I got a pack of Pokemon cards that I'm gonna open them up tomorrow before we play Cobblemon. Hi, Daddy. Oh, he just gave me a very dirty look. And he says, what did I pop back into? We conducted an experiment to see if complaints or compliments made the car go faster. When I complained the entire time I was racing, I came in 7th. And when I talked about good things the entire time I was racing, I came in 3rd. So I think that's pretty conclusive evidence. There's a lesson in there somewhere. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it chose mine again! Twice in a row! Oh, we're doing Music Park again. Okay. It is important to complain because it's good to take note of things that are bothering you, of things that need fixing, and to assess what in your environment is ticking you off, and what you have the power to change, to adjust your mood accordingly. But if all you do is complain, then you're also robbing yourself of taking note of the good things that are already making you happy, and it's just as important to take note of the things that make you happy as the things that make you unhappy. Because when you take note of things that make you unhappy, well, like I said, that's how you know that things need changed. That's how you know that things need worked on, or things need to be avoided. When you talk about good things, that's how you know what to keep doing more of. That's how you know what's working. That's how you know what's making your heart happy so that you can keep doing it, or keep doing it for others. So both complaints and compliments are necessary to keep your brain imbalanced. Change what you can, accept what you can't, and keep doing the stuff that you like doing. So I knew people in college, all they did was complain. Nothing was ever good. It was like, oh, it's nice out today. Yeah, but it's windy. Oh, the sky is blue. I had to put gas in my car and I stepped in dog shit. It's like, okay. Or it's like, oh, I had a lot of fun in that class. I learned a lot. And I don't like the teacher. And it's the fact that every time you tried to say something positive, they had something negative to say in return. Which is also a pretty bad habit. But being around people like that did make me realize that, like I said, complaining is necessary in order to have actual balance in your life. Because I've always been an optimist. You know, I've always been one to look on the sunny side of things. But there were times when I realized that, like, sometimes that does go too far. Sometimes if somebody's complaining about something, sometimes they need to complain about it, and trying to put a positive spin on it doesn't help. And it doesn't really do much to actually address the problem. And it's like, if someone's talking about, oh, my dog ran away, and if you try to put a positive spin on that, well, that's not really gonna help. It's just gonna make things feel worse. So it's important to complain, and when someone else is complaining, it's important to listen and acknowledge what the complaint is. It's a balance. It takes time, it takes practice to learn how to complain and listen to complaints properly without getting overly upset or overly depressed or overstepping your boundaries of pushing positivity. But I continue to look on the sunny side of things, and no matter how tough things get, we will make our car go faster by saying good things. It's been proven. It's been proven! So now I'm gonna talk about how much I love Felix! I know no matter what happens, I'm gonna have my little baby boy with me. And that's gonna be all that matters. I'm gonna talk about... oh no, oh no, oh no, I'm thinking of complaints. I'm gonna talk about how much I love all of you guys. How much I love streaming and being able to sit down and do this. And after years of saving up, I have the equipment that allows me to do this. And that no matter what happens, I'm still gonna have my equipment, I'm still gonna have all of you guys. I'm in third, it's working, it's working. I'm going to be happy about the fact that I have a car. That's a big thing. I'm in second. I have a bag of chocolate-covered pretzels. I stopped at a Girl Scout cookie stand today, and I bought 2 boxes with the $20 that I got from a gift card. Not a gift card. A card. A present. Somebody sent me a card that had $20 in it, and I used that $20 to buy Girl Scout cookies. And I ate some on the way home, and they were very good. I'm in first! Talking about Girl Scout cookies worked! I should have saved that red shell. Quick, keep talking about the Girl Scout cookies. One of them is chocolate s'mores flavored. And it's a sandwich cookie that's chocolate in between two other pieces of wafer chocolate. The other one is Rocky Road flavored. And we're in second. This is so silly. Here we go. I think my headphones are charged. I can take the wire out now. There we go. Oh. What do you guys say to one more lap? One more lap. One or two. One or two. We'll see if anything interesting comes up in the second one. But we're down to 6 people. So I think the world is falling asleep. We got Ribbon Road, Los Angeles, or a random one. And I'm actually gonna see if I can take this off in time because I'm getting a little hot. Oh, the heat's still on. I still have the heat on because this morning it was freezing. When my roommate's not here, I turn it up to 74. She puts it back down to 68, but I turn it up to 74 when she's gone. Australia's awake. It is cool seeing the time zones of the world. Moo Moo Meadows, this is a good one to end it on. There we go. We're just gonna drift around this entire bend. Red shell. No, he blocked it. He blocked it. Okay, I gotta keep talking about good things to make it go faster. I'm happy about the fact that I'm in second place. I'm happy about the fact that I got an email back from the disability counselor. I've gotten so used to people ghosting me and not picking up the phone that to have somebody actually respond to me in a timely manner was really nice. I got a wrong piece of mail in the mailbox today for the person who used to live here, and I got to write down not at this address and I put it back, so I did a good thing by returning their mail to them. I'm thinking back to the giant St. Bernard that I saw. That was fun. St. Bernard, Girl Scout cookies, chocolate covered pretzels. I have a piece of cake. I stopped at the bakery section and I got a singular piece of cake that I can have for breakfast tomorrow. I got fresh fruit and cottage cheese to have that as the healthy thing along with the cake. I actually ate food tonight that wasn't microwaved soup. That's a good thing. I'm gonna beat Christina into the ground. Come back here! I passed both of you! Yes! Yes! I'm gonna compliment myself because I'm the best! I'm the best! I'm the best! I think positively and I go faster. And you can't stop me. Nobody's gonna stop me. Look at those flowers. That's what I'm feeling in my head right now. God, my face is red. And none of those look good. Away we go. That's so silly that it actually worked. Once I started just throwing out compliments, I actually started winning. We must remember that for next time. And we did it multiple times, so we did our research properly. Actually, no. In order to do the research properly, we would need to do like 5 courses complaining, 5 courses talking about good things, and then compare and contrast. But so far with doing 1 course complaining, I guess multiple courses, because I was complaining before that. So let's say we did 3 courses complaining, 3 courses talking about good things, and of the 6, we came in 3rd, 2nd, and 1st when we were talking about good things. I'm channeling the Mythbusters that I grew up with. I'm channeling their energy, It genuinely seems like something they do. That's a myth. That's a myth that you can put to the test. Get a bunch of different people together, have them do the same thing while talking about negative and positive things, and record the results. You out there in the audience, you do the test yourself and see what happens. Having a positive mindset helps you go further and faster. No matter how many red shells people are throwing at you, it doesn't take the obstacles away, but it makes overcoming the obstacles easier. I think that's the conclusion that we can draw. Well, now, do you see what I mean about the silence? I wish there was music. I want there to be background music for Switch. I want just the jingle of the Wii. Well, now that I ended, I don't wanna end stream. I wanna keep going. Stardew Valley's updating. Okay, I was gonna play some Stardew Valley and show you my bean farm. But I guess it needs to update. Oh well. I think that's my cue to wrap it up for tonight. Anyways, I gotta go back to the mouse. Switch this back over. Boop. No. Boop. There we go. I wanna thank y'all for watching. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Monday evening. Remember, if you're enjoying the videos or the VODs or anything else gets put up on this channel, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure to Make sure to describe this channel in detail to your friends and family so that they subscribe as well. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a moment of my cute face. We'll be back with Cobblemon tomorrow, and we'll see what we do after that. Who knows what we'll do for the rest of the week. I want to get back on island life. But like I've been telling myself, I need to get into Blockbench and make some items. I need to make some items before I go back to the island life. At Diamond, hi! I'm so sorry, we're just now wrapping up, but welcome. I feel bad leaving after you popped in. You know what? Let me switch the stream back over. We're doing one more race. We're doing one more race just for you. There we go. I'm not gonna leave you on a cliffhanger. We're doing one more race. There we go. Hello, welcome. I didn't want to end stream anyways. Sorry I don't have that game. That's alright. I'm just doing the online version myself. Unfortunately, you can't race with people. You only have Mario Kart World. Alas. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't race with people unless you have Nintendo Online Direct, and which is stupid. And then you can't get together with players unless you like give them a code to play together, which is also stupid because I would love to just open up a lobby and have the audience join so we could race together. But for now, it's just me racing random people from around the world. But I didn't want to leave as soon as you came in, so we're doing one more race. So hello, hope your evening's going well. I know right now it's getting late for a lot of the world. Other places are just now waking up, that's right. Chatter earlier was just getting ready to go to school. While we're getting ready to go to bed. Boop. Ooh, look at him, big scary. Don't kill me. I'd love to try Mario Kart World, though. I'd have to switch this to Wednesdays, though, to do Mario Kart World Wednesdays. I have said that if I can find a way to hook up the Wii, we will do Wii Sports Wednesdays. But for now, it's Mario Kart Monday! And we've still got a few hours before it's midnight, so it's still Monday for me. I think that's an Italian. We need to fight the Italian. I don't know why. Just came here to say hi, so I'm gonna go. Goodbye! Thank you for stopping in! Like and subscribe! The more people who subscribe, the more likely I am to win. Oh god. Oh god. I need people to subscribe. I'm losing. I'm losing big time. There we go, we're in third, we're in third. We're doing it, we're catching the updraft from the heat. Watch the boulder. Watch the rocks. That was completely my own doing. Oh, we still got one more lap. We still got one more lap. Watch the lasers. I feel like the lasers don't match aesthetically because everything is all rocky and lava and it's like medieval, and then the lasers just don't match the aesthetic. Like, they're very futuristic. If they were breathing fire, it would make more sense. Sorry, that's just my interior design opinion. We're doing good, we're doing good. I don't know where the next two people are. There they are, there they are. We can still catch them! I just broke a boulder with that. I just broke a boulder. And there we go, third place. And that's where we're gonna end it tonight. Third place out of 6. Okay, so we're still in the middle. We're still in the middle. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. And now we're ready to wrap it up for real. So, like I said, tomorrow we'll be back with Cobblemon, and then Wednesday, perhaps more terraforming. I do need to actually sit down and edit the next Stonevania video, so I'll probably force myself to do that on Wednesday. But definitely we'll be doing Island Life before the end of the week. We'll be doing that maybe Thursday or Friday. And maybe even more Cobblemon, because this is the end. We are coming up to the end of the week. The end of the month. So I do want to play Cobblemon a few more times this week, on top of editing. But we'll see what we're able to do. We'll see what we have the time for. I might do... No, I don't. I won't have time to do that tomorrow. Edit Cobblemon, Island Life. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hit that bell. Hit that notification button. So once I decide what I'm gonna do, you can get notified of it every time I go live. Right here on the Being the Brave Gaming channel. So, I want to thank y'all for watching. Remember, if you're enjoying the videos, VODs, or anything else that gets put up on this channel, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a moment of my cute face. This has been the Brave